Prince Harry gave an emotional speech that alluded to past struggles. Prince Harry has been a long-time advocate of mental health awareness, and has also been open about his own struggles. During his latest appearance, tied to the Invictus Games Vancouver Whistler 2025, Prince Harry met with kids in Vancouver, Canada, where he spoke with kids about persevering through the tough times in an emotional speech. How many of you have felt struggles yourself and had to deal with it yourself without the help of family and friends? He asked, during his speech at Seaforth Armoury, before ensuring the kids that there is always light at the end of the tunnel when dealing with something difficult. It's important to know that when things get so hard, there's always a way back. Harry travelled to the Armoury to launch a school program, as a part of his Invictus Games, which he founded back in 2014 for wounded servicemen and women. Hello viewers, please remember to subscribe and click on the notifications bell icon, so you will be notified whenever we upload new cookies about the British royal family. The Duke of Sussex has been attending events in Canada to promote the upcoming Winter Games, which will take place in Vancouver and Whistler in February 2025. Elsewhere during the speech, Harry also brought up another topic that is close to his heart, the effects of social media. He asked the students if they were on social media, and if they found it to be a double-edged sword. When students raised their hands, Harry responded, "That's how everybody feels. Everybody feels the same thing." Earlier in the day, Harry announced the 2025 Games closing ceremony headliner with a hilarious video that captured him getting a botched neck tattoo from none other than country star Jelly Roll. In the clip shared to Instagram, Jelly Roll gave Prince Harry his first ink in exchange for him performing at the upcoming sports event. Harry seemed to quickly regret the decision when Jelly Roll took creative liberties and wrote, "I am Jelly Roll" on Harry's neck. The Invictus Games Vancouver Whistler 2025 will take place from February 8 to 16. A complete list of performers will be released on Wednesday. Prince Harry signals end to royal rift with King Charles and Prince William following Duke's latest move. Prince Harry has signaled an end to his royal rift with King Charles and Prince William following the Duke's latest move, a royal commentator has claimed. Royal biographer Hugo Vickers has suggested that the Duke of Sussex learned his lesson from criticising his family in his memoir Spare, and that people in situations like his always regret it. Vickers suggested Harry would do well to think of the future and try and build bridges rather than burn any more. He added, "I think it's quite good that he isn't saying things." The Duke of Sussex chose not to promote the paperback version of Spare, remaining silent while the memoir sold just 3,400 copies in its second week of publication. Vickers continued to tell The Sun, "Maybe he's kind of got it off his chest, maybe he has nothing really much more to say because he hasn't had much to do with his family since. He came over for the coronation. He came over to see his father when he was ill. He's been in England a few times with things like the Invictus Games and one or two other things. But he hasn't had any relations with the royal family. He hasn't been to see them." Prince Harry is not thought to be on speaking terms with his brother, Prince William, or his father, King Charles, since he stepped back from royal duties and moved to California in January 2020. The Sussexes have publicly criticised members of the royal family, signing multi-million-pound contracts with Spotify and Netflix to speak about the institution. Vickers added, "I don't think that some guy in the middle states of America appreciates a man who slags his father and family off in a book. They just don't do that sort of thing." Prince Harry's peace offering to royal family costs Duke of Sussex amid disastrous week. Prince Harry's relationships collapsed with Kate, William and King Charles after Duke's bombshell book. Prince Harry's paperback edition of Spare has failed to capture readers' attention, reaching only 73rd place in the UK charts. The Duke of Sussex's memoir sold just 3,000 copies in its second week following its release on October 24. The disappointing performance places the book well outside the official UK top 50, marking a stark departure from its previous success. The paperback version was published by Penguin Random House with no updates to its original content. This stands in sharp contrast to the hardback edition's record-breaking launch in January 2023, which became Britain's best-selling book of the year. The original version sold more than 700,000 copies in the UK alone. Globally, Spare proved to be an instant publishing sensation, selling over 6 million copies across print and audio formats worldwide. The book even secured a Guinness World Record for fastest-selling non-fiction book, with more than 1.4 million units sold on its first day across the US, Canada and UK. Despite significant royal developments over the past year, including King Charles's cancer diagnosis and Harry's brief London visits, the book remained unchanged. The choice to maintain the original content came as Penguin Random House announced the paperback would be published in 16 languages worldwide. Some observers have interpreted Harry's decision not to add new revelations as an olive branch towards his family. The lackluster sales become particularly apparent when compared to other current bestsellers. Richard Osman's latest novel achieved 12,000 copies sold during the same period. Meanwhile, Jeremy Clarkson's Diddley Squat, Home to Roost sold almost 10,000 copies. The figures show a significant gap between Spare's paperback performance and its competitors, with both authors selling several times more copies than Prince Harry's memoir. Upon its initial release, the book was heavily discounted in UK stores, selling for £14 instead of the recommended £28. However, the first US printing ran to 2 million copies, with additional prints needed to meet demand. Prince Harry and Meghan miss Festival of Remembrance after sending message from US. Prince Harry and Meghan missed the Festival of Remembrance on Saturday evening after sending a message from the US. The Duke and Duchess of Sussex recorded a new video message that appears to have been filmed in California, where the Sussexes have resided with their children, Archie and Lilibet, since 2020. The royals, who stepped back from official duties over 4 years ago, spoke in a video on Thursday about protecting the most vulnerable in our world against the threat of digital violence and harm, a cause the couple is passionate about. Although the royals both wore dark blazers with poppy pins fastened on their lapels, there was no mention of the Festival of Remembrance or Remembrance Sunday. Harry, 40, and Meghan, 43, did not attend the annual Festival of Remembrance in the UK last night and will not join the rest of the royal family for Remembrance Sunday at the Cenotaph. When they were working royals, they sat at the back of the royal box, far from the senior royal family members, which was seen as a snub by some royal fans. The late Queen Elizabeth, Prince Charles, and the then Duke and Duchess of Cambridge sat far in front of the now California-based couple in 2019. Thanks for watching. Please don't forget to like this video and drop comments, and most importantly don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you don't miss anything.